This Thursday on the 8th of September at the age of 96, Queen Elizabeth passed away, completing a 70-year reign as monarch. She was the monarch who ruled the longest in history. Although it is a difficult period, the crown has been preparing for it since the 1960s. What is the plan for? Operation London Bridge refers to what will be done once Elizabeth dies, and the actions that will be taken. Operation London Bridge is triggered if she dies in London, while Operation Union is in place if she dies in Scotland. After the Queen's passing, it is strictly. We will review the complete information on Operation London Bridge. The call. First, a phone call is made. London Bridge is down. The Prime Minister would be informed by Sir Edward Young, the Queen's confidential secretary when she passed away. After Boris Johnson resigned and bid the Queen farewell that day, Elizabeth only met with and named newly installed UK Prime Minister Liz Truss on Tuesday. The notifications. The 15 countries where the Queen was still the head of state, including Jamaica, New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea, Canada, and the Bahamas, were informed after the Prime Minister was informed. Officials in the 38 other Commonwealth countries were then informed of the news. A footman dressed in black pinned an official notice to the gates of Buckingham Palace. The alarm. National emergencies are signaled by an alarm at the BBC. Many of the employees were unaware. It did, however, go off when the Queen passed away. Then the BBC's logo appeared, which was changed from red to black. And each anchor wore a black suit and a tie. The transition in power. After Elizabeth passed away, flags were lowered to half-staff and Prince Charles inherited the throne officially. Although it has not been formally announced, it is expected that he will deliver his first speech as head of state as early as this evening. Flags will be raised once more on Friday at 11 a.m. local time, marking Charles's inauguration as King of the United Kingdom. After that, he will travel around the United Kingdom, stopping to attend services in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Westminster Abbey will be prepared for Elizabeth's funeral while that is taking on. The funeral. A procession will go from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall 4 days following Queen Elizabeth's passing. Elizabeth will be laid to rest for 4 days before being buried 9 days later. There will be 2,000 guests present in person, mainly leaders of the state. The funeral will be televised worldwide. A 2-minute silence is scheduled for the UK at noon in association with the funeral, which will take place at Westminster Abbey. The Queen will be laid to rest in the King George VI Memorial Chapel at Windsor Castle after a service in St. George's Chapel at the royal residence. Operation London Bridge is a very detailed plan for the monarch's death, but there is much more to it. For instance, Elizabeth's remains will initially rest at Holyrood House in Edinburgh before being carried up the Royal Mile to St. Giles's Cathedral because she passed away at Balmoral. It will then be loaded onto the Royal for the journey back to London. Additionally, the BBC will suspend all comedy shows for 12 days after her passing. Of course, the national anthem's words will change to "God Save the King" as well. The Queen, in her 70 years as head of state, saw an impressive 15 prime ministers, from Second World War statesman Sir Winston Churchill to the current Prime Minister, Liz Truss. She was so loved by her people. She was one of my favorite leaders, an exceptional woman. May she rest in peace. My next video will talk about the life and secrets of Queen Elizabeth II. Don't forget to subscribe and like.